say hi, Jerusha. Let me know that you're in the building. Where are you tuning in from? Yes, hello, gorgeous. Every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I do a quick Q&A. You can ask any questions questions if you are in the Business Tips Motivation Inspiration group. And if you're not in the group, come on over here and join us. Yes, join us in the group and make sure that you ask questions in the chat, and I will teach on that subject or answer you privately. So this way you actually have help, and I consider myself very an expert in various different areas of helping you build your business online and offline. So if you're joining me for the very first time, I'm Jerusha, motivational speaker, radio personality, business coach, social marketer. I'm in the building, and I've been an entrepreneur for over almost 2 decades, so I know a thing or two. So my hope is to shorten somebody else's learning curve. So what I did was I said, you know what? I'm going to use this tool called social media, and I'm going to make it available for those that want to start a business or those that currently have a business and it's not growing the way that you want online. So I'm going to help you with that. So it's very important that we learn how to leverage and monetize social media, not just the monetization, what they give you, those, leveraging it, it's going to bring you more money. And so I'm going to make sure that everything that I know, I've taken so many masterminds courses, and I decided to show you how I was able to build my audience. I have unlimited leads. How many people would like to have unlimited leads? All right, yes. So if you're anything like me, I have unlimited leads. And so therefore, I'm not running behind people. I'm not chasing people. People will ask you what you do. People will want to be a part of what you are doing. They will purchase your product or get your services, but you've got to learn how to market and brand. Yes, yes. So that is my mission, to help you do that with your businesses. Now, do me a favor. Hello, gorgeous. Yes. So I help you build your business online and offline. I create what I call double threats. So hashtag double threat, baby. If you want to be a double threat, say hi, Jerusha. I actually speak back. Miss Anderson in the building. Yes. How you doing? Is it Vonica is in the building. How are you, gorgeous? Good to see your beautiful faces. And Instagram and TikTok, heart me up. Show me some love on Instagram and TikTok. They're also in the building. And so I'm going to answer 2 questions. If you already have one and you're in my group here, you can put the question in chat. If I get a moment, I will answer that question as well. But go ahead and put it in the chat. And if I don't get to it tonight, we have a quick 20, 30 minutes. I'll get to it on next Wednesday. So how do I get in the group? If you're on Instagram, you have to come over here to Facebook. And the group is Business Tips, Motivation, and Inspiration. Business Tips, Motivation, and Inspiration. So you can get in that group. So yes. Oh, I love the purple heart. Purple is my favorite color. How did you know? I just love you. So do me a favor, tag 2 people, share the broadcast. This is going to be good tonight. 2 people, tag 2 people, share the broadcast. When I share, you share. That's how we change the world. Knowledge is the new rich. Knowledge is the new rich. Arm yourselves with it. Let's talk about it. Yes. Hello, gorgeous. Good to see you in the building. Yes, double threats. So let's talk about what this looks like, what your questions are. And particularly if you're in a small business, I don't care what you sell, lotions, potions, pots, pans, lashes, hair, services, it doesn't matter. The marketing and branding is important on social media. So the product right now is not what you're marketing. You definitely want to make sure you understand how to market and brand yourself. Ultimately, also, it will attract people to your product, your service, your opportunity. Does this make sense? Now, I actually made all the mistakes possible, so that's why I get to talk on this subject. Okay, I'm pretty thorough about it. Denise is in the building. Hello, gorgeous. Good to see you. My favorite color too. Oh, yeah, see, we're sisters. Purple is her favorite color. That's royalty. It's my favorite color. Girl, we got a lot in common already. And so let me answer this business question. So if you're in the Business Tip Motivation Inspiration group, you can put your questions in the chat. So the first question was, Jerusha, should I have prices on my post? So I'm assuming, my dear, that you are selling something. So we're going to say brownies. Okay. So you're selling brownies and you're putting the prices on the post, like brownies 3 for $10 or whatever it is, right? Now, I can tell you from experience, I was in a Facebook group and I took a Facebook class under someone, right? Um, unless you're spending money on a ad, I would not put prices. Follow people that are doing what you want to do. Okay. Now, when you do see prices, it's an ad that they have paid for. I think sometimes we forget Facebook, Instagram, TikTok is a business. They're here to make money. Although they've given you this free platform for right now, right? They're giving you a chance, but they want you to spend some money, honey. That's why they want you to boost the post or promote the post, get some ads. So if you are putting prices, it's the same thing as putting a website on a post. Less viewers is going to see it. Facts. They're not going to divvy up all these thousands of people to go to your prices and your website, and you didn't pay for that, right? So if you want to put a price on your flyer and you want to post it, then I suggest you go pay for an ad. Now, also what I've learned about ads, so all my experts in ads can correct me if I'm wrong, okay? What I've learned about ads, we're not talking about, you got to have ad dollars. Now, I worked in radio and television, okay? So a commercial can be $7 million, especially like during the Super Bowl. A commercial can be easily be $2-3 million for 30 seconds. So we're talking about ads on social media. So if you have $5, that's not ad money. Okay. If you have $100, that's not ad dollars. That's you want to boost it. That's not having ad money, right? Having actual advertising dollars is when you're in a position where you can afford, your business is growing, and on a monthly basis. Now, understand, when you see people's ads all the time, certain people, I have been under that leadership. They are spending $50,000 a month, $60,000, $70,000. The minimum is like $10,000 a month. That's having advertising dollars. It's not $100. Okay, that's just, you're just trying to boost it for that one thing. So understand, the platform is here to make money. So why would they let you put your prices, okay, or your links, websites on just a free post? And they show people. So there are trigger words like prices, cost. You see on my thing, I put the dollar sign. That's one, too. Like, there are triggers to the algorithm that says, this is an ad. Okay, they're trying to advertise for people to purchase something. And then you go back, if I'm wrong, watch this. Go back and look at when you put the price, how many people saw it? 2. And you're like, how is it when it's my birthday, 400 people said happy birthday? Okay, when I showed my baby, my dog, when I showed a picture of me at a photo shoot, 500 people saw it. But when you posted that business with that price, or you selling something, what happened? 2 people saw it. Now that's not people not supporting you. And a lot of times I think we get confused. Oh, no one's supporting me. No one saw it. You understand that, right? They might get me for telling y'all these secrets, but that's why you got to get in the 3-day ride. Like, seriously, if you want to know all the hacks, you need to know all the algorithm, possibilities and how to get your stuff seen without, right now, if you can't do it without paying $20,000 a month, $30,000 a month, there are ways that you can get more people to see your post. I discussed that in the 3-day ride, which is my signature business course. If you're not in the 3-day ride, it starts next week. You better get in the 3-day ride. Okay. So I have a way, and I'm showing you on my account, this main Facebook profile, I don't pay ads, and I have 140,000 followers. There's a way to grow the account, right? Now, have I on a business page? So we'll talk about that in a minute. Totally different. We're talking about your main profile page on Instagram, your main profile page on TikTok, your main profile page on Facebook. That's what we're talking about. Now, so to answer your question, pretty lady, should you put prices on a post like a flyer? I would not, if you want people to see it. And also, that's why you also have to learn how to write and be creative in your writing, like copywriting. because there are ways that you can actually ask questions. There are ways that you can actually attract people so they're asking you without putting a price, without putting a website. So you want people wanting to know, well, how can I get whatever it is that you have, right? So you got to also start modeling people that are doing what you are doing. And all you have to do is change it to fit your niche. That's all you have to do. Okay. So is that helpful? Is that helpful? Now, if you didn't know, how many friends do you have? Put in the chat for me. I like the participation. Y'all get me excited when you participate. So show some love. Yes, put some questions in the chat. So let me ask you, how many of you have at least 1,000 followers? Put 1,000 in the chat if you have at least 1,000 followers. Yes. Okay. Well, on TikTok, if you have 1,000, you get to put your link there. They're giving you permission to put a link once you have 1,000 followers on TikTok. Okay. Now, in terms of Facebook, Instagram has been changing a lot. It used to be 10,000 followers. Then you have access to more on Instagram. But I see that they're releasing some things. They're changing some things because Instagram is competing with TikTok, right? And then, of course, on Facebook, obviously I would have it in my profile. I wouldn't be putting it in a post. So how many of you in the chat, let me know, how many of you have at least 1,000 followers? Put 1,000 if you have at least 1,000 followers. Hey, Tanae in the building. Make sure you go follow Tanae. Yes, love her. She's an awesome coach as well. 1,000 followers. You have at least 1,000. All right. So Facebook shows 10% of how many people you have. So 10% of 1,000 is what? 100, right? So if you post it and you have at least 1,000 followers, 10% of 1,000 is 100. So the algorithm puts it in the feed of at least 100 people. Not 100 people actually seeing it, but it's in their feed. So that means when they open it, it's a possibility that those 100 people will see it, right? There's a possibility. Some people don't open it every day. Some people just scroll real fast. So they may not even actually see it. But at least 10% of the people you have, that's how many can see it at first. Now, there's a little hack to this. If you take the 3-day ride, of course, I show you how you can get more than 100. You can get to 200. You can get to 300 and 400. It's a way that you can do it. But again, this comes from me making so many mistakes, 2019, messing up, 2020, 2021, okay? Until I was like, oh, man, but I am consistent. Let me say this right now to the people in the back. I'm so consistent, it's crazy, right? So I'm on a rhythm where I can't get off of my rhythm. And because of that, the algorithm's like, oh, this girl shows up every time at this time. This girl's posting every time at this time. This girl is consistent, right? So eventually that's going to be in your favor. But if you're the person that sometimes you do it and sometimes you're sleepy and sometimes, okay, so you only do it when it's convenient. I do it when it's inconvenient. Do you think that, I have children and he has homework and he had track practice today and I had to cook dinner and I had business meetings just like you. But at 8:00 on Wednesday, I committed to showing up for a quick Q&A. So I'm here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. for small businesses, network marketers, and direct sellers. You see what I'm saying? Committed. So that's very important part of the puzzle. So I go over all of those numbers. Thank you. I'm loving this. I hope everyone. Oh, thank you so much. So let me just say that's very important. So just keep in mind, don't get offended if someone didn't like your post. They probably didn't see it. And I had a young lady say to me, she was like, I follow your stuff all the time. And I'm like, oh, thank you. I'm always appreciative. She said, I released a book, but you didn't see it. And I'm thinking, no, I didn't see it. It's not likely that I would see it because we have to be in engagement also on the post. You'll see the same people all the time. So if you see the same people, those are the people that you're engaging with. And I teach how you can engage more in the 3-day ride so that you see new people. If you're seeing the same people, a lot of it has to do with you, okay? A lot of it is you not interacting, you not engaging, you not creating new relationships, you not showing love. A lot of it is you. Okay. So if you're seeing your same aunt, your cousin, your girlfriend keep posting something about, whatever, it's because of you. You can change that. I don't even see my sister. I don't see my sister because she doesn't post that much, right? So she sees my stuff all the time because she engages on my stuff. I never see her stuff. The only way I can see it if I go to her name and pull it up. It doesn't come in my feed. You know why? Because she's not a prospect for me, and I'm engaging with the people that I want to prospect with, collaborate with, like Tanae. I want to collaborate with certain people, so I'm making sure that I'm showing up in their feed. But we can talk about that in the 3-day ride. All right. So to answer your question, my dear, I would not put prices on a post. You got to pay to play. So if you're going to pay for an ad, then do that. Put the money in and do it. And then you're going to have thousands of people, and it is worth it. I see it's worth it if you have it to do it. Invest in yourself. Investing in yourself is the best investment ever. Yes, it is. Now, the next question number 2, should I have a business page? Well, I know somebody's going to dispute, so I'm not going to say yes or no, but I'm going to give you reasons. And in my professional opinion and what I've experienced, I'm going to let you decide what's best for your business. Okay. Is that good? Okay. Because you hear so many different things and you're like, this person said this person, you've got to figure out what's going to work best for you. But I'm going to give you some good ways to figure that out. First of all, if you choose to have a business page, understand a business page is for people who want to do business with Facebook. If you want to post, you only need your profile. If you're trying to do business with Facebook, that means ads. And you are really, if you are an influencer, a big influencer, okay, you're TD Jakes, you're Sarah Jakes, you're Joel Osteen. Okay, you don't really need to do what I'm saying. So if you're watching, you're probably not watching me if you're that type of influencer. Okay, you don't need to do what I'm saying. Now, if you are building your influence and you're doing well, right, but you're building it, understand that no one is actually going to be targeted and sent to your business page. You have to tell people you have a business page. No one's going to stumble just, I found it. People are, that's why it's less people on your business page and more people on your profile, because Facebook automatically sends people to your profile. So if you put in somebody's name, it goes to their profile page, their main profile page. It doesn't go to their business page. And they could have one, but you can't find it because you don't know what the name is. You don't know what it is. Now, in order for them to see it, there's a couple of ways that you can see a business page. I can tell you, like I say, every Tuesday at 1:30, I show up on my business page. I also stream in several places. I am on the business page every Tuesday at 1:30 because that's where I started it. And that page has grown organically, right, to a few thousand people. But that's me telling you, hey, it's my name. Find me on business page. And that's me telling you, you don't know to go over there and find it. And so the same thing applies to if you have an ad over there, not an ad, if you're posting like you have an event over there, no one really knows because they don't know the page. So it's important that you understand how to use the business page. You want that page to grow, you got to advertise and market on that page. You got to purchase ads for that page, and that page will grow. And I know that I met a young lady. Oh my gosh, I would give you a shout out, but I can't remember your name. I met a young lady. She said she teaches how to invest like $15 or $5 to help boost your business page or whatever. She and I met. I meet a lot of people obviously doing this. And I wish I could give you a shout out, but I don't know. I can't remember. Okay, I meet so many people. And so she teaches how to grow your business page, but you are still spending money. Even if it's $5, $10, $15, you're spending money to get a few more people. Now, what I would suggest and what I did, not saying this is for everybody, I focused on building my main profile page. When I focused on building my main profile page, it's easy for me to tell you now because now you're here. Facebook sends you here. If you put my name in, it's going to bring you here to my profile page. It's not going to take you to my group. It's not going to take you to my business page. So what I did was I focused on my main profile page because I know that's where the traffic is coming in. And then I get to say, hey, join me on my business page. It's Jerusha Wiggins. Join me on in my Facebook group, Business Tips Motive. I get to tell the audience where to go. Now, yesterday, I taught on call to action, CTA. That's a call to action. I'm telling my audience where I am. If they like what I deliver on my main profile page, they'll follow me in my groups. They'll follow me on my business page. They'll follow you wherever, on my Instagram, on my TikTok, because they like what you're showing them on your profile. Does this make sense? Yes or yes? Now, another thing about this is when you are marketing your businesses, think about, you don't have to put the prices. You don't have to have a business page. You should have one if that's the direction you're going. But you asked me, do you have to? You don't have to, right? And you could still be successful. But I think more importantly, what you should focus on, customers buy when they see value from you. So you don't actually have to put the price. If I say I sell an essential oil that helps you go to sleep, I'm not making claims, Facebook. I'm just saying, say that. I'm pretending because I don't sell that. An oil that helps you sleep 8 hours, through the night. Okay. If I have that and you have a sleeping problem, I can have testimonials of my customer so-and-so. She couldn't sleep. She works third shift and she uses this essential oils and boom, she's sleeping through the day. Testimonials. Then people be like, well, what's the oil? Well, what's the name of the oil? Then people are asking you because you've provided value. So you don't have to put the price, because if I have a sleeping issue, kind of doesn't matter what the price is unless it's thousands. But if it's I don't know, $80, $200, and I have a sleep problem and you can solve that problem, I'm going to buy it. You didn't have to put the price because I need it. Does this make sense? Okay. So there are many unique ways that you can actually talk about the benefits, and it attracts your peoples, so you don't have to put the price and you don't have to spend thousands yet on a Facebook page. I think eventually you should, but not yet if you're not there. So treat the customers as if you're that customer, right? So measure your life by the value you've added. And so when I show up, I'm like, okay, what can I give everybody? What's the value that I'm sharing today? Because if you're watching me, hashtag to the pretty people, you're part of the pretty people community. You're not average. I'm not average. You're different already. I can tell because you're still here. So life is growth. You got to not just listen. You got to implement what you've learned. It's so many people that are watching right now all over the country, different states, and you hoard information. You got the information, but you don't implement. So implementation is important. I say this all the time. Information without implementation is just information. I'm just walking around smart, but I'm not living it. I'm not growing from it, right? So if we stop growing, we are basically dead. So we are not a part of the Walking Dead. Now, I don't like that show, but the people just walking around dead. It's some people that they're here, their physical body, but they're not here. And I know that's not you, right? And so I can tell you, when I started my business page, I had like 100 people, and then it was 500. Then now it's a few thousand. But that was over time sharing value, giving value. That's a fact. That's not an opinion. And it took me time to grow that business page. I still spend most of my time on my main profile page, and I will stream using StreamYard, my other pages, my other groups, I will stream that in. But listen, if you're going to grow a page, you got to be intentional with the page. What's the value of the page? So pages are more likely to be seen as an advertisement and all about increasing fans. And so if that's what you want to do, then create the page, right? Because there's no exchange of content inside a page. So it's just your page. There's no exchange. Nobody else can say anything on your page. In a group, people can interact like you're in my business tip, motivation, inspiration group. You can interact. I can see the comments here. I can bring people on, but the business page is not like that. So there's no way of getting your page constantly discovered unless your business is a known brand, unless you get an ad, get enough likes per post to be more discoverable. A page isn't the most effective way to grow an audience. It's not. The best way to grow an audience, one, is to give value. We're in the business of solving problems. So you're always solving problems of others. That's why you're here. I'm solving a problem. You're learning something, right? Like, let me go back to her again. That's how you do it. And so you got to be consistent, because people are like, what happened to this person? Okay. So you show up one Monday and you say you're going to do Motivation Monday, and then you skip Mondays, and people like, you're not consistent. It's like a television show, right? So is that helpful, or is that helpful? Yes, a yes, Teresa, yes. Okay, so I think I answered that. Let me just say, most people want the promise, but they don't want to go through the process. You better write that down. So Teresa said, most people want the promise, but they don't want the process. So God has a purpose for you and I. And so we have preferences. We prefer to be rich. We prefer to travel the world. We prefer to be influencers. We prefer whatever it is. We prefer X, Y, and Z. But if we're obedient to the plan that he has for us, the purpose that he has for us, and we have to go through the process that he has for us. We already have it. If you can imagine it, it's real. We already have it within us. So in the process, right, we don't like it because it doesn't feel good. If you start posting and 10 people liked it, you're mad. You should be grateful. 10 more people, yes. Instead of saying only 10 people, you're like, what? 10 people, right? And so when I used to do that, I had like 2 people. I was like, thank you, Jesus, 2 people. I'm going to get excited about the 2. That's the process. Then it was 200. I'm like, then it was 2,000. I'm like, bam, 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 bam. So you got to understand there's a process, because if you're not going to be obedient and be grateful with 2, why should I give you 2,000 or 20,000? You ain't even said thank you. So just keep that in mind, that people are still going to be people. People are still going to leave the page. Somebody left right now. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about that. As long as you are walking and believing this is your purpose, you keep walking in the purpose. Even though we don't like it sometimes. I don't even like it sometimes. People going to cancel on you. They're going to say they're going to purchase and they don't. They're going to take the 3-day ride and they don't. People going to lie. All the things are going to happen. People are people. But you've got to be strong enough, willing enough, determined enough, hungry enough to go through the process to get to the promise, to get to the purpose. No one is out here giving out money, giving you an ad. No one's doing that. No one's out here, not even the government, okay? No one's spotting you some money. No one's doing that. So if you live up to your full potential, and I'll say it again, when you live up to your full potential, your life will change. You thought process, okay, was it? No, your environment has to change. Your attitude has to change along with you going through the process. So don't let the memories of your past limit the potential for your future. Jerusha, I'm going to say it again. Don't let the memories of your past limit the potential of your future. There are no limitations. We set limitations on ourselves. There are no limits to what you can achieve. Right now online, there's no limits. You can grow your audience. You can build a successful business. The people are here, but you got to believe in your infinite potential. Every day, my full potential takes off running in front of me. Every single morning, I'm always trying to catch up. I'm like, Jerusha gone. I'm trying to catch up to that girl right there. She's already gone. She's waking up 5 o'clock in the morning. Actually, 4:30. My son has to be to school at 5:45 for football practice. You see what I'm saying? So every day I'm running to catch up with myself. So what I call in my organization, my team that I work with is called Infinite Players. The reason why I decided to call them the Infinite Players, because infinite players don't play to beat the competition. They play to beat themselves. Those are infinite players. And so believe in your infinite potential. Believe, write that down. Somebody's going to put that in the chat. And just trust the process. That's all you got to do. And I know it sounds so cliche, but your audience is not going to grow until you grow, period. It's not. If you're choosing not to grow, and try different things. What worked for me, right? Try that consistently. And then incorporate other things. The algorithm is always changing. Technology is always changing. Social media added. I got a new feature on here. Like, it's always updating. You should be always updating. It's not staying the same. And so you shouldn't stay the same. It just doesn't make sense, right? So I will definitely, if this is good for you, like, Jerusha, I'm here to answer your business questions as much as possible. And I have experts come on Tuesday at 1:30. So I'll have people who can help you in other areas. But if you really want to leverage and monetize social media, yes, this is the page for you. If you want some great motivation, inspiration, and business tips, this is the page for you. I got you covered, girl, because I don't want you to make the same mistakes that I've made. It's just so much easier. That's why I have the 3-day ride, my signature business course. What took me 3 years, it's going to take you 3 days. So if you love what you learned tonight, just imagine what I'm going to give you in the 3-day ride. So I'm pulling it up for those that are here on Facebook. So in the 3-day ride, which is my signature business course, all you got to do is tap my face wherever you see it, smack my face right on the screen, smack my face, and you'll see my link tree. Click it, at least get the details for the 3-day ride. Reserve your seat. And so in the 3-day ride, I'm going to go over how to recruit like a top earner in 3 days, like how to attract your ideal prospects for your service, your product, your opportunities. Obviously, how to overcome objections, which is my jam. I'm like, yes, what you say? I have something to say about everything to help you make a better decision. Okay, easy attraction marketing guide. I'm going to give you that. Like, what's attraction marketing? What's curiosity marketing? I'm going to give you proven scripts. Like, what am I saying once the people are attracted to my post? What am I saying to get people attracted to my post? All of that is necessary for your growth. Now, obviously, creating great content, we're going to go over what great content is or good content. And then you got to convert the people. I see people with great content, but if you're not converting, you just got great content. So the point is for you to use this tool. And then I'll share with you a daily tracker. I believe in tracking your activity. If you don't have a plan, you work for somebody who has a plan. Say, Jerusha said, if I don't have a plan, I work for somebody who has a plan. If you don't have a daily tracker, you don't know the activity you need to do. You don't know the plan of action you need to do. You don't know your income producing activities. You don't know any of that. You work for somebody with a plan, period. Then also, we're going to maximize the Facebook groups. That's your private community where you're attracting people like here. In my business tips, motivation, and inspiration group, you were attracted to the group based on what I posted on my main profile. You decided to get in the group based on what you saw on the main profile. And so you can build this. I'm not telling you, I'm not that tech savvy at all. I promise you. I just be like, well, like they gave me a new feature. I'm like, oh, there's a new feature. Let's see what that does. I don't even care if I mess it up. It doesn't matter. I'm getting better and better and better. I'm looking for progress. Go, girl. Do that doggone thing. And then, of course, once you learn all these strategies, it's going to grow your organization. You're going to have a lower ratio of people rejecting you because you know what to say. You know what to post. You know how to market and brand yourself. You show up as an authority. You are an influencer because you've learned a thing or two. And so, yes, so if you want the 3-day ride, at least get the details, put 3-day ride or smack my face on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, go to my profile and click a link tree. And then that way you'll be able to see everything that I offer. It's my signature course. And I just love teaching it. Like I teach it. I created it during the pandemic. After I figured all this out, I created it for you. Let's get it. Girl, stop playing with yourself. Now, let me see in my comments. Okay. Olivia is saying that I've been excited, gone on trips myself, shared pictures. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Okay. Oh, you use my 2 plus 2 plus. Okay, good. All right. So she uses my 2 plus 2 plus 2 method, which is a different training. But you said you don't know what you're doing wrong in your post. Yes. The one thing that I can say is, are you giving other people value? See, this whole thing is about other people. That's why they call it social media. And so, like all of you, like Janie, you're my friend. Yvonne, you're my friend. Even though I have not met you personally, Tiffany, you're my friend. Like, you're my friend because I keep showing up. So, like, if we saw each other, you'd be like, hey, Jerusha. I'd be like, hey, Yvonne. Like, I would know you because we've seen each other here. And so, what I would recommend, because I don't know exactly what you're asking, I'm assuming you're saying you post your lifestyle, you're posting pictures. It's not just posting pictures, because a lot of posting pictures is self-serving. And when I post my son playing football, it's a great picture, but that's for me. That's self-serving. Look at my son. Okay. Or if I post a family vacation, that's to show people I go on vacation, but it's still self-serving. It's like, that's for me. But when I post and I give you 30 call to actions and I said, here are 30 CTAs, I'm serving you. So you get to take that information and use it and you level up. I didn't get anything for doing that other than God's going to bless me, right? But I didn't give it anything from you. There was no exchange of monies, right? But you got money if you actually do it and you grow your organization. So I think that what you probably want to do, mix it in. That's why I share in the 3-day ride, I give you a calendar, like a full attraction marketing guide on how I follow the 80-20 rule. Write that down. 80% is for other people. 20% is me. 80% is for somebody else. 20% is me. So I think, I don't know your page. I think that's what you were asking. So let me know if that's correct. Okay, how to get travel customers or business partners. Okay, got it. So I'll answer this and I got to go. So make sure you get in a 3-day ride. Put 3-day ride or go to my profile and go ahead and reserve your seat. We start next week. Okay, and that's why I keep doing it. I said I'm going to automate it. That way I'm not live doing it in the 3-day ride because I'm getting, really busy in my own business. But I love the live interaction. So it's like, oh, I need to automate it. My business coach is like, you got to automate that. You got to go to the next thing. But I like being in the group with you and really, connecting with you and understanding your business. So to answer this really quickly is just showing me that you are traveling and you just keep showing me. And I don't know that you're doing this. I'm not picking on you. I'm just giving an example of what I've seen. I've seen people that are in the travel industry and all I see is you went to, you went to Hawaii or Punta Cana, or you went to Jamaica, or you went on a cruise. That doesn't say for me. That says you went on trips. It doesn't say, you're offering me an opportunity to travel like that. Now, I haven't seen your page. I'm just saying what I noticed. So if I was in the travel business, first of all, my profile would reflect it in my profile. I would be saying, I help people travel more for less. Okay. That's what I would be saying. I help people travel more for less. Are you traveling as much as you would like? Now, that is telling you what I do. I help you travel for less. Are you traveling as much as you like? Then people are like, no, I'm not traveling as much as I would like now. And then now that's a post too. Now people are like, no, I'm not. And they're interacting if you posted that as a question, right? That's an attraction marketing. I didn't have to show a price of the trip. I just told you I help people travel for less. Are you traveling as much as you like? And so it's not just about showing people destinations. It's about how can I get on that destination? And so I would kind of change my marketing, which is marketing and branding. I would change the marketing to attract the people. So they're asking me, how can I go to, Punta Cana, girl? How can I go to whatever you're posting? Does that make sense? So if you missed the earlier part of the broadcast, I don't think you should show pricing because one, Facebook is really not going to show anybody because you're showing prices. They're not. So go back and watch the replay. I answered that question earlier about prices that you didn't pay for. Now, if you're saying you have prices and you invested in an ad for $25,000 a month, oh yeah, girl, you better show them prices. But if you just freely did it, right, no one saw it. Now, put in the chat if I'm wrong. When you post prices, do you have hundreds of people like it? Because they probably didn't see it. Not because they didn't want it, not because it wasn't a reasonable price, probably because the algorithm didn't show it. Okay, so is that true, Olivia? So if you love this type of content, I would love to work with you in the 3-day ride, #3-day ride. And so if you love anything that I'm giving right now, you will obviously enjoy the ride of your life. It's next week. She said, okay, it's next week, 3 days. And I let you stay in there because we do Q&A live. And so don't worry about that you work 9 to 5. Everybody that I work with work 9 to 5. So that's not an issue. That's not an issue. Don't use that as an excuse. I need you to execute. No excuses, just execution. That's it. In this year, 2023, no more excuses. Let's invest in ourselves. Let's get the right tools, get in front of the right people so we can grow our audience. Yes or yes? Yes. Thank you so much. If this is valuable, tag 2 people, share the broadcast. That's how you help me. Tag 2 people, share the broadcast. Only if you got value, only if you learned something, because then obviously we want your business besties to get this information too. So I'm just thankful that grace and mercy follow me. I'm Jerisha, and I see you on the page. Thank you, Olivia.